Yes, guys, welcome from me, Challenge Manager 0102. The three-man epic game just keeps getting more and more exciting. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, it's very difficult, right? It's very difficult for me to be positive on an update of season 129 for the simple reason is I've had a fucking shit run. Now, if truly honest, right, having won the title for the last 2 years, I was really optimistic about this season, but it's just not gone my way. That's why Ian looks in a strong position. I've had an absolute woeful time. Let me remind you, I hadn't lost a league game in 2 seasons. And as you can see, I've lost 4 this season. I've had some absolute woeful results. The very first defeat I got out of this run was against Man United. They beat me 3-1. It was a red card that proved costly. And just from then on, it's just been a downward spiral. I had some absolute horrendous results. That really fucking pissed me off. Oh my days, I was so fucking livid. Drew with Sunderland. There was an Oxford, I think it was Oxford. I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it. And then it was Stevenage I lost to. Leicester, I mean, I salvaged. Same thing as what happened against Newcastle. Absolute fucking bullshit. And then it was Stevenage. And I'm trying to think where Stevenage is. Now, funnily enough, right, Pepe had just played Stevenage and lost at home. And I made a joke saying, fuck me, Pep. Because Pep had just beaten me, right? And then he lost to rock bottom Stevenage at home. Following game, I was beaten against Stevenage at home. So, but the funny thing is, right, I'll tell you something really quickly. So for the last 20, 30, 40 seasons, the AI all play 4-4-2, which is a bit shit, to be honest with you. However, it was all wib-wobbed, because you can't see it's wib-wobbed when you're looking back on a game, but they played that. Now, that's quite a common formation from the ODB, when AI just play a real fucked up defensive one, and that's what they played against me. So needless to say, I was really, really pissed off. The FA Cup then. So is Pep out of that? Or did I not Pep out of that? Yeah, Ian not Pep out of it. He recently not Pep out of it. So me and Ian are in the quarterfinals there. The League Cup, meanwhile, it looks inevitable. It's going to be Pep and Ian in the final. And the Champions League, we all look in a strong position to make it, it would appear. There you see. Plenty of signings. I've even brought in ex-Man United forward, Restelli. I brought him in exchange for my DMC Galergo, who was getting on my tits. I brought in a familiar face from pre-gens, James Brown. I don't know who he's a pre-gen of originally, but he's a superb defensive midfielder. But he's not world class. He's not top draw, but he's decent. Brought in that goalkeeper. I think I had a little bit of a fucking meltdown with my goalkeepers when I was having my bad run. They were playing shit. Who else did I buy? Now, yeah, so you may remember I brought in... I brought in what I believe was Chiellini, regen. And I'll tell you who else I brought in. I don't think this was on the previous version, was it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But I brought in this guy, who is, I believe, Ramos regen. Now, I didn't show you that on the previous version, that I was tracking him, because I didn't want those stream snipers to steal him. We have got a player coming at the end of the season. That guy, we've been chasing him, all of us, for years. And we've been getting him, and the board's been cancelling it, left, right, and centre. His contract's up. See, I could get him for 20 million, then they kept fucking up. The deal kept getting fucked up. Then Ian would bid 40 million, so they'd reject my 20. I'd match 40. I'd get terms with him, and then the board would cancel it. But I've got him on a free transfer. He's coming at the end of the season. In terms of myself, let me remind you who else I've got. I've still got, of course, where is he? I might have moved him into the seniors, it looks like, because he has been playing a few games with me. Sanchez, and look how well he's done for me. Look how well he's done for me, the Colombian attacking midfield. Litiski, though, plays in the same position. Litiski ain't going anywhere anytime soon. 16 assists. He should hopefully beat last season. He's done really, really well. Let's talk about my striker, Arias. Look at that, 72 goals in 33 games. I mean, it's insane, isn't it? But it's just not worked for me this season. The three strikers up top hasn't really worked. I've altered it a little bit with inside wingers. You can see I've even playing Rastelli. I've got three strikers. I have sold, you've probably worked it out, Abrahamson. I've got rid of Abrahamson. Weers, Ate's gone. Herzler's gone. Goodfold, I just released him. Galerga, as I said, when you knew I'd sold Narano. So, you know, it's been a really, really difficult time at the minute. So we've got Napoli coming up, but I think I've still got one of my guys. Yeah, I've got to play them each once. It's going to be really, really difficult. It's very difficult to decide what sort of lineup to play. I mean, the FA Cup just then, I played Cardiff City. Now, Cardiff City, were Cardiff City, were they Premiership? I can't remember. No, they were. They're the runaway leaders in the First Division, to be fair. So, and the performance was pretty decent. Olaf Kuhan, the insane striker, still continues to do well, 18 and 28. Still got Eric Osterberg, the Zlatan regen, 13 and 28. So what I've decided is, just have a look something a minute quickly, is to move to two forwards and not have strikers. I thought about it after a bit of a bad run. It's really stupid because it has been working. I think maybe, you know, it takes its toll. I don't even know why I've gone with the inside forwards. I honestly don't know, you know, why I decided to do certain things. Gonzalez continues to do well, 13 assists. I mean, I've even considered doing something like that. So, and the reason I'm thinking about that, once I can't win the title or I've got a game that ain't nothing to play for, I may look at it for the simple reason I'm thinking of AMs next season. Obviously, I've got the that Colombian guy who I think is absolutely brilliant. We've got this Spanish guy arriving. We've got Litiski. And if we are only going to have one forward, I think I could start to dominate things in the middle of the park. I may offload Solstad, the Norwegian, and then just keep it to one striker, one forward. And the likes of Dragdovic, Perez will get more game time, it would appear. It looks like they will get some more game time indeed. In defence, Ortiz has come to the seniors. You may recall the guy I bought off Pep, on exchange. He's starting to step it up a little bit. Defence has been really struggling injury-wise. I mean, the Nigerian guy, I think he's been injured a few times now. Yeah, he's been injured a few times. I mean, I may just fuck him off, to be honest with you. I may just fuck him off. Let me just check Assad's injuries as well. Assad's hasn't been too bad. So, Bazon, I've recently made Bazon my captain. You ask yourself why Bazon? He's one of my longest serving players. He hasn't really performed as brilliant this season. I think defence is very much more difficult to get a good average rating. Bazon's going to be 30. You know, Slavic continues to do well. Diop, you may recall, this is why I got rid of Galergo in defensive midfield. He did a couple of shit games, and Diop's done really, really well. Mitch van der Steen has done really well. In goal, Parizek, 725 is just not good enough. Manzini is done shit, 6 games. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. If you've got any tips here, guys, on what you want me to test, when you think I should test them, and that's so on and so on, we'll see. You know, let me know. I'm always happy to try and put a test in, but I'm only going to do it when I know I can't win it. As it stands, I've got I'm 10 points behind Ian, 5 points behind Pep with a game in hand. I can still win the title, and obviously I'm not going to stop until I can't mathematically make it. I feel like Mourinho, you know. I feel we've still got a chance, and whilst we've still got a chance, we're not out of it. Let's have a quick gander then at the rivals. Let's start with Pep. Pep brought Andrew Francis don't know if he's brought him for the reses. I don't rate him. I think I can see why he's gone for him. He's brought a defensive midfielder with a creativity of 20. I am learning really that creativity for a defensive midfielder isn't brilliant, to be honest with you. Trevor Pearce. Trevor Pearce is actually quite a good player. He's actually a very good player. I think I just spotted him after he got him, or just as he got him. No one that jumps. I mean, he's not too bad actually. Yeah, I remember saying actually he's not bad at all. Still very young. He has obviously played him quite a lot. Lovrich, yeah, I remember seeing him. He's quite good. He's getting a few assists in for Pep. And Linda. Oh God, it's quite good actually. Okay, let's take a look at Ian. Ian has been busy. You can see. Look at this since our last update. He's certainly been busy. I mean, I think he's a great player. That Japanese is great. Hasn't quite got the pace, but he's certainly got creativity, decisions, crossing. If he's to play him on the wing, is very, very good indeed. Serino, again, you know, he's stronger defensive midfielder than that Pep's one that we just saw. But I'd like my defensive midfielder to have good positioning. You know, that's just me personally. Josh Griffiths. Now, I know who he's a regen of. We had a Welsh defender called Matthew Harden, or someone Harden, and I remember him, defender, right, left centre. I don't know who he's a pre-gen of, or regen of originally, but yeah, I remember him. He's a much better fullback. He's a much better fullback for me, so he's very decent there. I didn't even spot that, to be honest with you. Di Pietro, don't know, not really sure about that. Soto, I think I remember him. Did somebody have him before? Me? Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I remember him. Does he really need a striker? Not sure. Graham McMillan. I don't rate McMillan. I think he's a waste. Is he my... No, he's not my ex-defender. And Da Costa. So a couple of players that I'd question. A couple of really good players that Ian's got. So that's where we are, guys, with this three-man game. The Homestraight, the business end of season 129. If the guys are about today, I'm hoping that we could maybe have another stab on concluding this. Pep is not working tomorrow, so maybe between today and tomorrow we could end the season. In terms of the international, Pep is still as is with Holland. Ian is still as is with Brazil. That is that. That's it then, guys. And until next time from me, take it easy.